episode with a funny video?
Yeah, well, let me change my shirt real quick so I don't get green screened.
A participant in the call has... I'll never know.
Is racist.
Discover who it is.
It's Among Us, but for racists.
Tap back.
Wait, no, don't. Bro, we said, okay, you're buttoning it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Dude, I thought you left and then only changed the red one. I was like,
Yeah,
that's the funniest
That's
bit
fucking
you've ever
I don't want to
hilarious.
get green screened out. Let me take this red
Let me
shirt
take
off.
the red shirt off.
Such a flag. But now I feel like a fucking video game reviewer on YouTube.
Those buttons do be giving me peanut butter gamer vibes.
Andrew, can we please put a
Keys are
1-up
keys.
plushie behind Dofix in this episode?
For the entire
Dova's my
episode.
1-up
Here's
gal.
my Paperboy on the NES sucks ass.
Speaking of Paperboy,
It's okay, I've got you.
Got it. Oh my god, dude.
These are
wait.
the type of mods I'd be playing these games with. Actually, I'm
love
pretty
it.
sure I did play this game on
trust
stream with that mod.
I love how every time something like this gets posted, there's just a million people tagging Parasitical in the comments.
I like how this watermark is Bear Gaming Asia.
Oh yeah, this is definitely
It's like Subway India.
Bear gaming. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Cheetos,
where's
Pakistan.
regular Bear Gaming?
Yeah, what about
located?
Bear Gaming America?
Yeah.
Do you reckon it's beer as in like the gay thing?
That'd be funny.
You know?
This guy made a song. You guys probably heard of the song "It's 5 O'clock Somewhere."
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I haven't.
Okay.
Is that something I should know, or is that like
What is it, like Jimmy
Jimmy
Buffett?
Buffett. Yeah.
It's like
Jimmy
it's,
Buffett.
it's,
and
like
Alan
it's,
Jackson, I think.
it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Well,
Yeah.
this guy had a really interesting innovation on that idea.
past 12, but I don't care.
Joshua
Yes.
had a really interesting innovation on this idea.
The sun is hot and that old clock is moving slow, and so
I know- I know where this is going.
Is like molasses in winter time.
Molasses.
But it's July, getting paid by the
July.
hour and older by the minute. My boss just pushed me over the limit. I'd like to call him something, but I just think I'll call it a day. Pour me something tall and strong, make it a hurricane before I go insane. It's only 12:30, but I don't care. It's 1700 somewhere.
1700 somewhere.
That's true.
So is this just like military time?
It's the exact same song except it's military time.
It's gonna take all.
Oh, dude, I thought this was gonna have a very racist connotation to it.
Yeah, I was,
when we
I
were
was
going
why?
waiting
into
for
it.
like.
I thought
Oh.
1700 was like the year 1700.
No, this dude just saw 5 o'clock somewhere and was like,
Yo, what if 24-hour clock?
"What? Yeah,
What if
military
I
time?
completely fucked the meter of the chorus?
Yeah,
Kept
what if-
everything else the same?
What if I destroy the syncopation entirely?
Hey, can I be completely honest with you guys?
It's a good song.
I've never liked military time. I've never liked 24-hour time.
Me
It's pissed
neither,
off.
dude.
My
Dude,
brother
you
was-
use
fuck
that
military
shit,
time.
you
Give me
get
a classic 12 p.m.
Hey,
It's
if
easier
someone
to
says 7,
recognize.
guess what? I look outside. It's the evening. I know it's PM.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah,
Context
I'm not an
clues.
idiot.
Speaking of military time, this one's for all my gamers out there. I recently got a 3DS, which I love very much. 'Cause I feel
Just
like I
in
skipped out
time
on
for
that,
the new.
on that whole generation of gaming. But 3DSs, for some reason, they are specifically tied to military time. Like, there's no way to change it in
Really?
the fucking system. Yeah, just quick aside.
That's
Don't matter.
that's
Cut it if you
annoying.
want.
That's
it's taken me a
really
bit-
fucking weird.
Yeah, it's really
It's taken me a
stupid.
very long time to figure out like 1900 means 7. That doesn't
Yeah.
like what fucking
That
bizarre
don't make no
bullshit
sense
is
at all.
that? I don't want to have to.
so
Does-
much.
Does that mean
Minus in 12 is
canonically
such an
Animal Crossing
annoying-
motherfuckers live in military time?
I think so. I think Animal Crossing, like it's a military base.
Yeah, it's an ethno
Oh.
state.
Tom Nook is absolutely running that shit like a colonel.
That's an interesting. I like that. That's an interesting.
You know,
Emily had-
Tom Nook got
Emily's
a fucking
Island
Dodge
was an
Charger.
ethno state.
Really?
She had all.
As it should be. Good.
It was called Crocodile. That was the name of her island. It was all crocodiles.
Right.
Croco space dial, obviously.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's more of like a segregation sort of situation, you know? Like,
It's an ethno state.
Yeah, it's an
is that what that means?
Yeah.
It's a
I'm not up to date on my.
An
on my,
ethno state is
racial
like
lore.
segregation, but segregation like preemptive segregation, where it's like we're so segregated you can't even come.
You can't even get in here.
you can't even
You
come.
can't even have your own. You can't even have your own part of this shit, let alone
Right.
Yeah,
be
you're
with
not
us.
coming
You
in.
can't come nowhere near it.
Yeah. Why don't they have an ethno state for everyone?
Yo, GTA 6 is trending with Ohio.
It's called
Supreme
America,
Court.
dude. The melting pot.
Yeah, I saw this video like 2 weeks ago, and I don't know. I just want you guys to watch it and see your reactions.
I mean, just this first frame here, Cookie.
Is that?
I know, right? Like it blows its
Steak.
load immediately.
It looks like a dragon.
It is
Is that
a
dragon
entire tub of bluebonnet butter
Yeah.
going in there.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's going to do.
This is A5 Wagu Steak, $150.
What is this shit?
Perfect.
Awesome.
I
sauce.
think it's time to flip it. That actually doesn't look half bad. Now we're gonna season it while it's cooking. And I don't want to add too much because the butter was already salted.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, cool.
This is a very good meme.
Coats
Now we have to drain the grease.
pepper.
Why does this guy look like
Let's see how
kinda
tender it
emo
is.
Paul Dano?
Ooh,
Oh, the
it's like
cookie
butter.
is-
That looks good.
Like butter.
That looks good. Oh my god. Come on, dude. Audio listeners, he's putting ketchup on a steak.
And then he just got a
Quick
glass of milk.
update.
I'm
I
assuming
think
this
they
is
sent a bad steak or something
I think
because
this,
that was actually disgusting. I don't know what was wrong with it, but it was like rancid. If anyone knows how
Yeah,
I
I
can solve
wonder.
this, help me out.
Dude, I watched that, and like, of course, all the TikToks are. It's like, okay, Twitter, go nuts, and all the comments are like, crime. This is I hate this so much. You ruined my
thing.
bro. Like, I watched that, and I was like, from the first frame, like, the joke is already boring and stupid, and you blew it with
Yeah.
your stupid text, and
blue
like you
bonneted
watch it
it.
the entire time, and it's like, oh wow, like this is. This is 15 years ago humor that wasn't funny then, and like people are
Yeah.
actually like sharing this and being like, okay, Twitter, go nuts, tell this guy he's an idiot. It's like it's not even
Yeah,
ironically funny. It's not actually. It's not
Yeah.
like post ironically funny. It's not funny. It's not triggering. It's nothing. It's like the most obvious
literally nothing.
fucking.
What he's trying to do is do the bit of like, you know, the fucking
White
white
people
lady
be
on
like-
TikTok who's like, here's how to make sink nachos. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah, the
it's
classic
literally just
too,
people
white
be like,
person
you can't make
sink
sink nachos. Yeah. So, but like, even then, it's not. That at least has that sort of bit of entertainment where it's like, yo, this bitch is actually making nachos in a sink. That's kind of interesting. If not, this is just cooking a steak with a bunch of butter. Like, why doesn't it taste good?
I was
be
not
honest, I thought
lied to by the title
thought
and
it was
thumbnail.
kind of
This
funny.
bitch is actually making sink nachos.
I hate
I thought
this
it was
guy.
kind of. I thought it was kind
Good.
of funny. Just the idea of having a fucking giant pan full of butter and then putting a huge, expensive steak in it and boiling it in butter is entertaining
I think-
to me.
There's
I think
something
it's
funny
presented
you could
differently.
do with that, but he didn't do that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
And
It
we're
went
the
downhill
comedy
really
experts,
fast.
so I mean, we can.
Exactly.
We can
It just
frame
bu-
on this one.
It just bugged me of like, not in any way of like, why is he getting attention, or it just like just the idea that it exists and people interact with
Yeah,
it.
that's what blows my mind. How does nobody see this and think like everything about this was made to be annoying? Even like when he's like, "Oh, I have to pour the grease out and pours it down the sink." Like that was
Yeah.
also
It's,
done
yeah,
so
it's
that
like
people would comment being like, "You're not supposed to put grease out the sink," and then obviously
Yeah.
putting ketchup on it and shit. It's like,
right.
and
yeah.
pouring a glass of milk.
And a glass of milk. Yeah, I feel like
I have a
God,
theory
like,
on
I
this.
hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it.
Andrew Miller.
Andrew,
Yeah,
what's your
I've got
expert
this is
white
my
guy
thesis
theory?
statement. I think I mean it's obviously what's the word? Something bias? Confirmation
Gay.
bias. There we go. It's gay bias. But
Against or for?
the millennials don't work ever. That joke has bled itself so deep into things. And I've been on Instagram a lot more, so I'd be looking at the comment section because Instagram is basically millennial Facebook at this point.
Yeah.
All the comments,
Yeah,
you're gonna get the
that's
pretty
true.
solid average of what a millennial is today. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm forgetting where this point was going, but I think it was something along the lines of the people who are dumb enough to get angry at this are literally only doing it because they're so like, well, he's younger than me, so he must obviously cook his steak in butter and ketchup.
You must
There
know
is-
something I don't.
There is definitely like a boomerification of millennials happening in real time, which me as a
Yeah.
millennial has me like clawing at the edges, like,
I
"Oh,
know. I'm not like them. I'm not like them. I won't do it.
It is insane that we've just spent the last fucking 10 years especially just seeing how annoying boomers can be on the internet, and now we're just doing the same shit. And it's like, did we learn nothing? Did we really just
Yeah.
fucking go through all this shit to come
Yeah.
out the other side being like,
Yo, speaking
okay.
of
TikTok wants to
Also,
cancel
we were
who?
that age not
They
long
want to cancel
ago.
Eminem?
Yeah,
Dude, this
yeah,
kid's
exactly
like
that.
dirty.
He's
He's
kind of what?
He's just dressed like he's 14 because he likes fucking children. Like,
Yeah.
this kid is fucking 25.
That is 100% real? Someone
that's
put it
a
in his
fact.
Wikipedia.
That's
Throwing
That's a
that.
I don't
You
know.
know,
I hate
speaking
this
of-
guy.
speaking of fake shit
I wish death on his bloodline. Go ahead, though, Plex.
I'm not 100% sure where the hate's coming from. I don't feel like he's that
I
bad.
fucking hate him.
Hey, you're welcome to hate.
Well,
I'm not defending
I
him.
fucking hate him.
Speaking of
like, oh, all right.
speaking of fake like rage bait shit like
Fake
this,
butter.
you guys ever see those videos where it's like it'll be like a chick recording herself? She's at a Starbucks getting a coffee, or she's like sitting outside somewhere, and it's like she's filming herself. You know, she has like her phone propped up, and like
Yeah.
a guy will come up, and you'll hear him off screen. He's like,
Oh, yeah,
"Hey, mind if
yeah.
I sit here?" And like those videos like fascinate me because they're so obviously fake. And just going through the comments,
Yeah.
like just to give you an idea of the one I saw, this dude comes up and he's like telling the chick, he's like, hey, because she's doing her makeup, he's like, you don't need that makeup, you're beautiful. And then like he sits next to her, and then he's like
something
telling
Andrew
his
would
life
say.
story.
That's how we met Courtney.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I walked up to her on the film
Right.
set. She was touching up her makeup. Was like, you look so much better if you just took all that off,
Yeah.
dude.
She's,
then-
she's
He's like,
she-
it's
it was a
stage
di-
makeup. And you're like,
it was
you
a
don't
dead
need
scene,
that.
and they're like,
You
half her
don't need
face
that.
is gored
Your
off.
face is beautiful.
yeah, she's like a whole gaping hole in her eye socket.
Yeah.
You're like, you don't need
Yeah.
that.
Start screeching like a monkey at
I was
anybody that
watching
has
you
makeup
3
on and
hours ago
clawing
when
it
you were
off.
standing here and you didn't have the makeup
Yeah.
on. You look so
That'd be
good.
so funny. Going up to a woman on like a set of like Hostel or Saw or something who's got
Yeah.
like fucking.
That's actually a really
makeup
good
out.
Makeup.
That'd be such a good bit.
You don't need
You
that
look
makeup.
better.
Damn,
with all
girl,
that
you don't
stuff
need
on your
that.
face.
You
That's
don't
a pretty
need your
good-
eyeball hanging out.
Yo, if you're a theater kid
Yeah.
or something, that's a good pickup line. Because it's
Yeah.
funny,
Yeah.
but also with the
Yeah.
intent of like,
Someone
I do
tried.
think,
Inside, yeah,
I
it's like
do
an
think you
inside
look
joke.
good, girl.
You can
Yeah.
curve out if you need to. Like if she says no, you can just act as though you were making a joke about the eye.
Yeah.
for
I
it.
was like, yeah, no, because your eyes off it.
exactly.
Someone do it and let us know if it works. I want to see if
Theater
the
kids,
beef.
Someone do it and,
School.
and
You're
film
welcome for the Riz.
Yeah.
Yeah, the BeefBoys Riz class. We're cooking
No,
stuff up here.
Now how that's
That
the
one's
first
free.
one. How do you pick up a girl in chemistry class? Let's just do every class real quick.
Let's see.
Probably
Hey, babe.
blow
I
her
feel
up.
like there's a very obvious one there.
Hey,
Can you
girl.
do you want to test my tube?
Girl, you set my heart on and then just
Hey,
set
girl,
your shit on
what
fire with
you
a Bunsen burner.
like about me.
What's
see
good
you
about
What's so
Bunsen
me?
good
burner.
about me?
I'm just another never gonna do
paradise,
Oh, wait,
making my way
what's
to the
what's the
world.
name of that bitch on the poster? Is it Sally? You know, in every chemistry
poster?
class, there's like a poster of some girl that's like,
The We Can Do It poster?
no, the bitch that's like, she didn't wear her safety goggles, and now she's blind. It was up in a bunch of
Wow.
chemistry rooms back in. Anyway, just say like, even she can see that you're beautiful. Try that one. I think that was gonna work.
I would
Put up
be like,
big numbers.
I'd be like, damn girl, you remind me of fucking hydrogen peroxide and
Courtney, put his Google search back up.
damn girl, don't do it. Damn girl, you remind me of hydrogen peroxide and potassium because you make my dick explode like an elephant toothpaste explodes. That's
Dude,
what I would say.
imagine if
Girls.
cum was actually like that. That'd be so
That'd be dope.
fun.
If your
That'd
cum
be
was
awesome.
like
It's just
elephant's
like
toothpaste, it would be like it'd be
That
like
feels
every other
so
time I see
good.
someone doing elephant's toothpaste with like, whoa, okay, this is way too much. Oh, okay, we need to move this outside. Whoa, shit, it's
we need to
steaming.
move this outside.
And then like Mr. Beast does one where he like, floods
Evacuate.
an entire backyard with dick elephant toothpaste. That'd be fire.
No, that would be a Mark Rober video.
Yeah, Mark
You know when he,
Rober.
like,
That's what I was thinking of. They're
drowning
both
these
fucked.
poor
Yeah.
communities in cum paste.
filling my buddy's swimming pool with my own cum. and Orbeez.
ass.
This is
With
Mark
cum and
Rober.
Orbeez.
Mark Rober looks fucking like emaciated, like he's like rail thin with a swimming pool full
He's
of
been
cum, and he's
doing
like,
it way
He's just
too
been
much.
drained.
did it.
I did it. Guys, I worked for NASA.
Guys, I've been working on this cum pool for 12 months straight.
It's taking a lot of
I've been storing my
Sweat.
energy. Yeah, how come there's no like cum content?
took a lot of
you know,
cum,
like,
sweat, and tears.
Yeah, Mark.
Like that
You know what,
dude, the
dumplings-
dude who made a fucking homunculus in that video. I think Smiling Friends did like a parody of it.
Oh
like the-
yeah.
Yeah, he like smashes it with a book. Like, how come there's no like content like that where like dudes
I saw this shit.
mix
so
their own
funny.
semen? What is it?
So I've been playing NCAA 25
Tony
came out
Hawk,
last
oh.
week,
I'm
and
so excited to play.
they haven't
it.
made one for like 11 years, and it's so awesome, and I love it.
Which one's NCAA? What's the sport?
It's football. It's just Madden, but
football,
college.
okay.
But it's always
Oh.
notoriously been better than Madden. But they stopped making
So
it in like
good.
2014.
Yeah, because they have that mini game where you like you roofie the cheerleaders in the locker room, right?
Yeah,
That is what. It's a really hard mini game though.
It's
but
a-
it's,
yeah,
uh,
they-
like,
it's-
you hold R1 to like keep the camera in focus.
yeah. It's one of those like
if you fail that, you
real-
don't go pro.
What are those like stop motion? What's it called when you have to like press buttons in
QTE?
slow mo?
Yeah, QT.
Yeah,
Yeah,
quick time.
yeah.
Quick time event.
It's
if
really
You fail, you
hard.
have to
But
testify
so
against your team.
Obviously, with NCAA, like in Madden, when you do like a franchise or something, it's just like there's a draft every year, but you're mostly just trading amongst like football players everybody knows, like
yeah.
Tom Brady and stuff. But in NCAA, it's like the idea is that college players turn over every couple of years, so there's always like new people. So a big part of
Yeah,
like if you're
they
doing
roll
a
on their
dynasty
stomach.
mode is like recruiting your like prospects, and it like auto generates prospects and everything. And I thought this was edited or something, so this one auto generated as Jeff Epstein, this prospect. But apparently, dude, like people have been posting screenshots like there's a lot of them that are like Mike Hawk and fucking like they put it in, so there's a bunch of those kind of like play
Yeah.
on words or like
Yeah.
notorious pedo, I guess, as like
You think Epstein would just be kind of nuked from
Winning
Yeah.
the Rose
Yeah.
Bowl
like,
with
look,
Jeff
let's
Epstein
take
at
that
your.
one out of the list.
Yeah.
and he kind of looks like he could be a young Jeff Epstein if he was a
does.
college athlete, like
like a Netflix biopic.
He looks like he's
Yeah,
got an
but-
egg-shaped penis.
Yeah.
But it was just, I saw that and I thought it was fake, and then I saw like my friend literally showed me he had a guy in his league. It wasn't Mike Hawk, but it was something like just like that, like Harry Peterson or some shit. And it's just like, bro, that's fire. He got Harry Peter on his team.
Old Jeff Epstein out of Birmingham, Alabama.
That's a pretty ass place to come
This
from.
unlocked like a crazy fucking memory in my brain of this. I met this dude one time at a trolley station. He's like this ginger cat, and like
And what were you doing there?
I was taking
Liberty's
the
in that
trolley,
screenshot.
and this dude pulled like the longest fucking. It was like the D's nuts type joke on me, where
Yeah.
because we were chatting. I don't even know how the fuck we met or why the hell we were talking, but he told me his name was Harry Balzonia. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a wacky name. Dude, I would see this dude at the trolley station.
Wacky, dude.
Yeah, I would see this dude at the trolley station, like, over the course of like however long. I'd be like, oh, hey, what's up, Harry? And then after a while, he's like, oh, dude, by the way, my name's not Harry. And then he explained it to me, and it's like, oh, it's Harry Balls on you. Like, just
Bruh.
the way I got and thought
You
that
got
was his-
fucking done, bro.
yeah, and I thought that was
Honestly?
his fucking name for like a month.
I'm
Harry
stepping
Balls
out in front
on
of the
you is not
trolley
as
at
fun
that
to me
point.
as Harry Balzonia.
Well, that's the way
like,
it's spelled. It's like Harry Balzania. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's what I mean. Like Harry balls on you is funny, but
Yeah.
the idea of a lasagna made of hairy balls is way funny.
Harry
I was
Balzania.
gonna say
That's
lasagna
way
has
better.
a kind of Italian flair
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I get the Balzania?
Get the lasagna.
give me the
hairy one
lasagna.
specifically.
Yeah. Sorry, this is a random memory that fucking.
No,
That was fire.
hey,
Hey,
this podcast is an
Yeah, we
endless
haven't-
compilation of random
we haven't
memories.
That is true.
We haven't recorded since Trump got a haircut.
And I
That
was gonna
is
say,
true. Have we not talked
There is
about
a
that?
lot of
No.
political stuff that's popped up
Yeah,
since
dude,
we
these
last
the
Yeah.
two-
haircut he
I
got
think
is
I-
wild.
I mentioned a couple.
I don't know
weeks
why
ago-
they even did it.
Yeah,
Kind of looks like
on,
an elf now.
yeah, a little bit.
I mentioned on Mexican
Nice little
Beef
bowl
Boys, which
cut.
is the
Pointy
Spanish
ears.
version of the podcast we record after all these. But
Yeah, we don't upload it in the States.
Yeah.
there's a lot. We've got like 200,000 subs on that channel.
Yeah, you
It's
guys didn't need a
really big.
VPN to
It's actually
see it.
It's
kind of
huge
annoying.
in
We really
Mexico.
want this one to pop up, but you know,
We're trying to get this
BeefBoys
one to catch
Mexico
up
going to the
BeefBoys
moon,
Mexico, yeah.
It's mostly Doplex talking.
and all three of us going, oh,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just Doplex speaking Spanish, and us being like, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
interesting. Okay.
But I was saying like I was amazed when I was in America how little I saw of the election and just how I think James said like this has been a really weird election so far.
Mm.
It
Yeah.
feels like ever since that happened.
Oh, it's popping
it was like-
off now. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
no,
it's
it's
like politics has
ramped the
been
fuck
edging
up.
for the last year and a half, and now it's like, dude, as a guy in Australia, my Facebook,
I'm
my
about
Twitter
to
feed is
bust.
nothing but fucking American political things, one after the
Bro,
other.
your
Kamala
country
Trump, Kamala
deported Jack Black and fucking Kyle Gass because Kyle Gass made a joke about
Deported.
Trump getting shot at.
Trump. Deported.
They did.
They
They,
just-
one of your
they kicked him
senators
off
like
a
called
pier.
for him to be deported
That-
for
that-
encouraging
that
political
guy is
violence.
exposure.
He is a senator, I suppose, but in the same way that like I think he's one of those like fucking annoying ass like alt-right sort of dudes who
Yeah.
is trying
Just-
to bring like American style politics to Australia.
Oh,
which is
definitely,
great.
definitely.
ugh.
Very, very happy to see that here. Just like
That's
I don't know. For the most part, people like that here get made fun of. But he's one of those like fringe parties that like got like one seat kind of thing. I
Yeah.
believe.
Give him one
so
chair.
I do not let him speak for all of us. Also, I'm not a citizen or a resident here, so technically. it doesn't
Oh, I'm
speak
not
for me
saying it's
either.
anything to do with you, but
No, I
fucking-
know. I just want to say I don't think this wasn't like a unanimous like all government officials in Australia were like, we need to get Tenacious D off the streets. They're coming for.
bro, but the
Yeah.
20-year Tenacious D meme of Kyle Gass left the band is officially true.
I'm
Damn.
I'm
It's
kind of
so-
trying
breaks
not to
my
think
heart.
about it too much. Mostly
I know,
because I've been
it
exceptionally busy,
hurts.
but I don't feel like it'll be a permanent thing. But who knows? I was really frustrated. I missed buying tickets to the show that was like one of the shows that ended up getting cancelled.
Yeah. I
it
saw
was one of those
Silas from
things I
Cold
like-
Ones did buy tickets. And he,
Yeah. Well, I was
shit
super
got
jealous of him
cancelled.
because it was like he bought them the day they came out for pre-release, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I think at the time I was real busy. I was like, I'll look at it tomorrow, whatever. And by the time I went to check, it was like everything was
Yeah.
gone, every single
Yeah.
ticket. So I was like, fuck. And Jay as well, we were gonna go. He also missed out on tickets, but now it's cancelled. So I guess
They were coming to
works
PA
out.
in like a couple months, and
Yeah.
I was literally looking because I was like, oh, they're touring right now, and then they're touring Australia and New Zealand, and that's basically it. But they're just doing one show in PA once they fly back for some reason.
just as a meme.
So I was
like a
hyped.
Taco Bell just in the parking lot.
It's at like Collegeville, PA, which is like in dead center Pennsylvania, which it's like 4 hours from Philly and Pittsburgh, which means like nobody lives there because
Yeah.
it's such a weird area for them to do a show. But the night I was looking at that and I was looking to buy tickets was that well, I didn't know it, but that was like it was like right when they were doing the show and getting
Yeah.
and Kyle made that joke, and then the next morning I woke up and it's so weird. I've been listening to them a ton like a week before that, like at the gym,
Yeah.
like every day, just going through all of their albums, and then
Should we explain what
And
happened,
then
by the
the-
way, for people who aren't?
yeah,
caught
so
up?
they Tenacious D is Jack Black and Kyle Gass's band. If you don't know, they're like
Yeah,
a
one of my
funny like
favorite
comedy
bands of all
rock
time.
band. Yeah, I love them. They've had a movie in the early 2000s and a TV show. They've been around for a long time.
so good.
Yeah, if you
TV shows
they're
all on
super
YouTube.
funny.
Just,
if you
just look up Tenacious D TV show HBO.
yeah, if you
some
never
shit,
watched
it's
their
all
shit or listened to it,
so
you should.
fucking fun.
Yeah, I
but-
think they have like 34 episodes. If you look up Tenacious D Rule 34, You'll get.
Yeah.
a
Oh yeah, they have
link to
34
all
You
of
can
episodes.
find all
Yeah.
34 episodes.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
wild.
Click
That's
the top
true.
link, don't read it.
Yeah.
But so they've been they're kind of like a not like super edgy, like saying the N-word and shit or anything, but they're like a edgier like comedy rock duo. And they were doing a show in Australia, and it was Kyle's birthday, and Jack Black had like this big robot that's kind of like one of their mascots, like walk out and give him like a birthday cake, and he's like, "All right, Kyle, make a wish," and he's like, and he said like, "Oh, don't miss next time," or something like that. And this is like 3 or 4 days after the Trump thing had happened, and like Australian politicians were calling for them to be like beheaded or deported and jailed and shit. They canceled their entire tour. They came back to the U.S. Jack Black like put out a statement that he was like dumbfounded by it, even though he laughed at it like on stage.
Yeah.
And then Kyle Gass got dropped by all his talent agencies and his managers and everything. And then Jack Black is like in the Minecraft movie that's coming out soon, so he had to completely denounce Kyle Gass, who's like been his friend for like 30 plus years.
Yeah.
And like they basically like dissolved Tenacious D. Now what I think is happening is Jack Black's just like, I think they made that decision together, and Jack Black's like, bro, I just gotta like make everybody think I hate you for a couple years until everyone forgets like everything does on the internet, and then in like 2 years we'll be chilling again. So I hope that it isn't
so,
really
man.
the end, because I love them.
I'm in the same boots as you, the same normalboots.com as you. I really hope that's the case, because I would not be happy if that was the end of it. And it does kind of feel like hey man, I got a bit of a movie career here.
Yeah.
I can understand why Jack would have to kind of disavow that, only because of the response, not because it's actually wrong or bad.
Sure.
Because
I
it's not,
agree
and
as
the
well,
people upset at her are the people like, why can't I call black people slurs anymore? I love black people.
I think,
But
the
you know,
problem with,
it's like, what happened to comedy? And now it's like, you know what I mean?
Here's
So
comedy.
I think what
I also
upsets me
think
the
it's-
most about that. Sorry, Kudos.
Yeah.
I think what upsets me the most about that is like, I feel like we're at a point now where like, just politics in general are so like polarizing on opposite sides, you know, obviously, right? Where like, dude, like I told you guys this, but I remember there was a time where like fucking going on newgrounds.com, like you could play flash games where you would assassinate the president, and it was just like, you know, like that was just like, that's been like a fucking, I guess like
a joke for a while.
like an edgier side of like comedy, or just like if you're, you know, kind of ingrained in like online culture and stuff like that. I don't think it was really anything of a joke. It was just like, it was just like a off the cuff, like topical humor sort of thing. Like, that's why it surprises me there was any
pearl
backlash.
clutching is like at an all-time high right now for some reason, probably because of election stuff and the, you know, the culture war. But the thing is like, the pearl clutching of like D&D causes you to be a demon, and like Pokemon is like of the devil and shit, like, or video games cause violence. So like that pearl clutching was at least like the people saying that believe that, even though it's so fucking stupid.
Sure.
This pearl clutching is just like lefties and righties trying to go like tit for tat on canceling like shit for fun. Like the Australian guy that did that, his whole thing was like, well, if we're gonna deport people for not following our COVID mandates a few years ago, why are we not gonna deport people for encouraging political violence? Like, if you guys get to do it, then why can't our side get to deport people for? So that was his whole. It wasn't any. It was like, it had none of this has anything to do with like the merit of what he said. It's just like, Jack Black did it some campaign endorsement for Biden like a month ago. And it's like, this is just a direct response to that, is like try to blow up his side project because we don't agree with your politics. Which, again, is just like the antithesis of everything that like righties have said that lefties are making the world, you know, like soft and snowflake and everything.
Since you
it's
can't
like
talk about anything, and then
so
someone does and they don't agree with it.
which totally that was fair at a certain point, right? But so your solution was to just like complain about it and then stoop down to the same level. Like,
I mean, like,
it really
It's
sucks.
just, it's weird because like I get if you're not like I get how you can just on the surface, right? Like on paper, if somebody were to write that joke down, sure, you can see that as encouraging political violence. Like, I understand that. But like at the same time, if you read the room and you fully soak in the context of who these guys are, and like just
And also, they're in Australia. They're not even in
exactly,
America
yeah.
right now,
You feel like
it's-
they'd be safe of American politic
Yeah.
backlash. You know what I mean?
what's-
It's just
what's
so
the
dumb.
difference?
Like, I feel
You're
like we should be
never safe.
allowed to make jokes like this,
Especially off the
That's
cuff,
the thing. Make
yeah,
the
like-
fucking jokes.
Yeah,
It was, I don't think it was a genuine call to violence. It was just
No,
a dumb,
not
like
at all.
he didn't know what else to say, so he
Yeah.
said that.
Just
I've seen a lot
I
of
also
people-
Also, even if it
clowning on-
was though, freedom
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
speech. What the fuck, you?
Yeah, no,
I
that's
want
true.
him to die. What is that to you? We don't all follow the same morals. You know, like I don't think that
Yeah.
anybody should kill each other unless those people are causing extreme fucking harm to the livelihoods of the people I love and myself. And
Right.
most politicians of either side of the aisle are. And nothing's
Yeah.
changing for the last 50 years. So there's one proven way to enact political change over the last 1,000 years. I'm
Oh,
sure
no.
that
Oh, no.
if you're not a fucking can read into what that means. So it's like there's nothing wrong with believing that. Like, are you?
What James is saying is vote. That's what he
Yeah,
meant.
Yeah,
yeah,
James
exactly.
is saying
By the
go
way,
vote.
Yeah, he's saying go
Vote.
vote. He's not saying what you're thinking. He's saying, you know, Pokemon go to the
vote blue no
polls.
matter who.
I've seen a lot of
Walk
people like
to
clowning
the
on,
polls.
I've seen a lot of people clowning on Jack Black for like throwing his boy under the bus, and I can see
Yeah.
like why you would think that, but it's
Yeah.
also like, is this the hill worth dying on? Maybe, you know, like is like, I don't know. It's a weird one.
He's
I just
Minecraft Steve. bro.
why is the like I understand why right wingers freaked out about it, right? They're always looking for something to be like, see, the Hollywood elite are the ones who want to cause violence. So like I understand why they had a meltdown immediately. The thing I don't, I mean, and I do, but I'm saying I don't just so we can talk about it. I don't why the DNC and like other Hollywood people turned on Kyle. Like, didn't we spend all 4 years of Trump's presidency making some of the worst comedy of all time
So-
and being like, I epic pwned the orange man?
Here's the reason: because none of them believe in what they're saying. That's why.
I mean,
because
yeah, exactly.
all of them have the same influence and power, or similar influence and power that Trump does. They just want to face that influence toward the public a different way. So Trump's is grab him by the pussy, and you know, Biden's is I like ice cream and good working Americans touch my knees or whatever the fuck. So
And it
He
got
did
him
say
the
that.
election.
He said
But-
that
but-
in his resignation.
well, that's basically what most of his speeches boil down to. But so but when it comes to oh shit,
Black
somebody
boy, touch my leg hair.
somebody disagrees with me so much that they're not going to touch my leg hair, they're going to try to shoot my head off. So it's or they disagree with my opponent. It's like, well, we're two sides of the same coin still. So we might face different directions, but someone's still taking a shot at all of us, which is, oh, the powerless masses are realizing that if they don't like somebody and they're ruining their life, they can just. That's crazy. Andrew, bleep that.
Dude,
But
Yeah,
that's why they all respond to that. No matter how much they disagree with the other person or like to claim that they disagree, it's still, oh, people are this angry that they're going to start shooting at us. Actually, Donald's a great guy. He just not, no matter what he
Yeah.
does, he doesn't deserve any bad things to happen to him or me.
Yeah.
And also
No,
I don't
exactly.
either.
Exactly.
Also, I'm also really epic.
I think about that a lot with I've been following the Katy Perry shenanigans lately. I don't know if you guys have.
I've been
I
following
got a
Katy Perry
very
on Instagram.
brief thing about it, and I was so immediately annoyed. I did not.
I don't.
dive
I have
further
no.
into
what
it.
happened with
I'm
Katy Perry?
excited. Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
Yeah.
About this.
She's in her flop era.
She's been in her flop era.
Yeah, she's
She's
been in
her flop era for a
yeah.
while, but like she released
Yeah.
that fucking song the other day, "Woman's World" or whatever, and it feels like some 2016 Hillary Clinton campaign ad bullshit. apparently they offered it to Kamala's team, and they were like, they like respectfully declined. Like Katy Perry reached out to them, like, guys, do you want to use my fucking lame
Please.
ass song? Which is like, I mean, you know, hey, shout out female empowerment, but I feel like that was it feels like well, the way she's done it. I'll put it that way. The way she's done it, it just feels very like I don't know, very Hollywood elite, very
Yeah.
liberal. Like there's like in the
Yeah.
music video, she's like like holding sex toys
Imagine
like vibrators
all
and stuff
those
and being
women.
like, it's a woman's world, you're just living in it. But like simultaneously,
If you don't listen to Katy Perry, you ain't black.
You ain't black.
You ain't
You don't have a
woman.
pussy.
But it was like, it's just these really weird, like, again, super liberal forms of like feminism, but then at the same time, it's also like it's her and like 20 like rail thin models dancing around with their tits out.
Yeah.
So it's like,
And
Or
then
the
Trisha.
lyrics like, I wear an office dress and get my Starbucks.
it's
at
That is
7
actually
a.m.
exactly what the opening is. How did you know that?
But at nighttime, I like to flick my pussy real hard and slap
With
it
a bottle of
sometimes.
red wine and a steak and my
I like slapping my pussy with a bottle of wine, just like chink, chink, pung, pung.
I
Deliberate.
treat my pussy like King Arthur's stone. I keep thrusting my fucking Excalibur into it.
That's chopped
Oh,
up.
my pussy! It's like a rock from Excalibur.
We should have had we should have done that in fucking Suno. Make the ultimate
Well, yeah,
feminist
next week we'll
anthem.
make the sequel to Katy Perry's feminist banger, but
Yeah.
But it'll be the real one.
but
Is
uh,
this the
it's-
feminist anthem of the October?
But the final two things
Of
there.
the
First of all,
October.
apparently, supposedly behind the scenes, she's freaking out because apparently it didn't just that song didn't just flop. It like super bombed, and everyone hates it. And so she's like, oh, no, that was sorry, that was the other thing. That was the big fucking the whole point of this. All that happened. And so she's trying to be like, look, I'm empowering women, female empowerment, shout out me. But she has been working with Dr. Luke on this whole album, which if you don't remember was the like
Dr.
producer who sexually assaulted Kesha and like tormented her for fucking years.
Oh,
And it's like one of those very out secrets that this dude is a fucking pissed.
That's awesome.
And
Right.
Katy Perry was still like, let me get this
Let me
man
get
who-
this guy.
this known sex offender. Let's get him to work
Yeah.
on my female empowerment album. That'll work.
Dr. Sex Offender on the beat.
Pantsuits and
Katy
red
Perry's
wine.
career has gone downhill
my
ever
pussy.
since she did that collab with Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, that was a really weird one. If
I was gonna say ever since she made out with that little boy on fucking what was that show?
Also, that is that like
You know
America's
what I'm
Next Top
was,
Singer?
was that something you just made
It
up?
was like, no, that happened. It was on what James said. America. It was like America's Got Talent or something. Whatever show she's a judge on. She like
Oh, shit.
sexually kissed like an 11-year-old boy,
Hell yeah.
and there was like I don't.
I
even
think
know how
I
long
think he was
ago
like
that
16.
I was gonna say.
Was he? I could have
don't
he was
think
like.
he
I thought he was like a little
when-
boy. I might be misremembering. I just
he
He
was
might have
like,
even
that was
he
a
might have
thing.
even he might have even been like 18, like of age, but he obviously very much didn't want to, and she just like forced herself onto him
Yeah.
because she.
Yeah,
she's
Katy
like, oh, I'm
Perry
Katy
whipped
Perry.
her
Who doesn't
pussy
want
out and
I'm
sat on top
California
of
girl.
a 5-year-old.
Who doesn't want me to?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to kiss me?
I got the cherry chapstick. Here,
But
let's see.
to,
Katy
I got
to
the
your
Perry
point
cherry
as well,
chapstick.
James,
kisses
she like fame.
boy.
She also posted a photo of her like a couple years ago when they were voting for like the mayor in LA, when she voted for the like Republican candidate because like, which like I think like maybe Kim Kardashian did as well. It was very much a like, oh, this dude's gonna make, you know, give us rich people
Money,
tax breaks.
yeah.
So, yeah. But it was just like, okay, so you don't really stand
Yeah,
for
yeah.
anything, do you?
Right.
Yeah.
You've got
And-
no morals.
That's why. That's one of many reasons why
I hate
I'd
women.
just like to say, if you're
Oh, what the fuck?
if
He
you're
was 19.
if you're real
Damn it.
upset, if you ever get to a point where you're really upset, and you want to do something,
Just remember.
and you're trying to pick who to do it to, it's so much more effective to do it to someone rich and powerful or in politics than it is to do it to 5-year-olds. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
So if you're ever really upset and
exactly.
you really feel the need to do something and go out on a bang,
Wait, I think
and
I
your
missed
pointer
a lot
finger is a
here.
little itchy.
if you want to do something because you're upset and you need to go out on a bang and want to be remembered, it's way more memorable to do it to someone who's a piece of shit in power than a 5-year-old. That's all I'm saying.
just something to think about. Some brain food. Little brain food.
And obviously, I mean debate. Nobody wants to watch you debate a 5-year-old.
The fine art of debate.
That would not be fair. No one else. That statement applies to no one else but me.
I missed the statement.
That
I
that
missed the
statement is only
'cause I
coming
was-
from me.
I was
And
fact
me.
checking the Katy Perry thing. I don't know.
And
I
he
don't
was
know how
he
we
was
got-
19.
I was saying that if
$19
you feel
Fortnite
so
card.
disenfranchised that you want
Uh-huh.
Fucking speaking of, the guy I guess it's been talked to death at this point, but like we haven't talked about it, and this is gonna be in the history books. He
was a gooner.
Real funny. He was a gooner. It's real funny.
He was part of
watching
Gooner
people
Nation.
try to talk about the shooter because right wingers wanted to immediately be like, brown and gay. I know it.
Antifa.
But he
White
was just
and
like,
goon.
oh yeah, he was white and goon.
But he was white and goon, so they had nothing.
They got nothing for
Trying to
this
get
dude.
you white
Fuck,
and
he just
gooning.
like me for real.
The only thing they could
Trying to
find is that he
vote with
he donated $1,500 to an
the
OnlyFans
goon.
model, and they were like, "Fuck." And the model's white.
I still don't know why. Like I still want
I
to know
don't
his.
think
his,
anyone
like,
does, which is the funniest thing. Like, there's no
I think
he's-
real
yeah.
clear motive. It's just,
Yeah,
bro,
he was
just
just bored.
bro was cooking.
I'm gonna
He's
be
just
honest.
vibing, dude.
I feel like we're going to potentially see more of that, and I think people are going to more and more realize that the average American is getting kind of fed
Crazy.
up with both sides of the political spectrum. Like, I don't think they're going to be able to get away with like, well, he was trans, so, you know.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Of course he hates freedom and like it's
checks
gonna be
out.
more and more regular ass dudes going at things like this, and yeah, I think it's pretty.
It is a funny like endpoint of the mass gun consumption. It's like you know, like when they were pointed at school children, I could let it slide, but
now
they're
it's
pointing
pointed
them
at
But
me.
now that they're on my man.
Dude, if
Me.
some poli sci motherfuckers start getting their head turned into mincemeat, do you know how fast
favorite
there will be
Pokemon.
gun reform?
yeah, there'll be
No one will.
That is true.
They'll dude.
Yeah.
If Ted Cruz gets shot at, every gun in Texas is gone.
He's gone.
It's just
They have one big
100%,
button that makes them
100%.
like turn into dust. They just hit it and just like
Yeah.
Ted Cruz has a
Thanos dust
giant-
away.
Oh, no, yeah, only 50% of them fucking.
Like
You have like a $10,000 fucking Barrett in your closet and like a fucking piece of shit 1911 or something, and then the Barrett
Yeah.
starts fucking turning into dust.
you're like, no.
he's nerfing everyone.
Yeah, not my coolest gun.
If you had to shoot one, who would you shoot? Ted Cruz or Ted the fucking teddy bear from Seth MacFarlane?
I'd shoot the
Cruz.
butter cow.
Ted the teddy bear would. I would want to know what would happen. Would it like would it like
yeah.
release his consciousness into the world,
Doesn't
and it would
he-
have to like take over another object?
Doesn't
Well, no, his consciousness
Hey,
would go
it's
into
like
Or does he have
Australia.
little
Thompson.
guts inside him? Like what's in there?
No, that happens. I think it's the second one maybe, but he gets like ripped in half and he almost dies or something. But I think
He
gets
does
loved
almost
back
die.
to life or some shit.
He gets loved
I saw
back to
Ted
life.
2 in theaters twice.
That's
Did you
not
like
a good
it that
reason
much?
to watch in theaters twice.
Okay,
a random
just for
movie to
anybody
watch
who's
in
like,
theaters,
I didn't realize Andrew was this unfunny.
I didn't realize
Andrew, like, I watched Chuck and
I was-
Larry
had
in the
such good
fucking
taste.
theaters
I
twice.
was fresh.
I watched
When did
Jack
that
and
movie
Jill.
come out? I think I was a senior in high school when that movie came out. I think
I
something
saw
like
an
that.
epic movie in the theaters.
I was coming freshly out of like not being able to watch a lot of stuff, so
Oh,
literally
right, yeah.
anything that wasn't super
Anything-
clean, I
anything
was
that
just
said
like,
fuck.
Is there a scene?
That's
Is it
true.
Ted 2 or Ted 1 that has the scene with the lobster in it? Because that's a very fun. That's the.
I
only
didn't
part
watch
that movie I
either of
laughed.
the Teds.
Is that the part where he's like,
It's
like
where they're
him
like
and
in the forest or something, and there's like they're singing or something, and there's just a random.
oh
lobster.
yeah, no fucking yeah. She starts singing in the woods, and they just do like a Disney princess moment where a bunch of animals start coming out and watching her sing.
That's right.
just
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
middle of the movie.
That sounds right.
Yeah, but
I don't
one of
really
them's just
remember
a
the
lobster
second
in the
Ted,
middle
like,
of
at
the
all.
forest.
And then a
That was
lobster like
pretty
pops
funny.
out of it. It is pretty funny.
that is a good bit.
This is a
was
funny
good
little bit.
It shows up a few
Yeah,
times.
well,
I
I like the one in the first movie where he's like working at the supermarket and there's the cashier lady
And she's
and they're like going
hot.
back and forth. Yeah, she's like, you know, like, my boobs, and he's like fucking rubbing his nipples and
He's like,
like,
"Oh,
he
man."
does something and then he's like, oh, was that too far? I'm Peter Griffin.
so I'm pretty much doing
That
Hey.
it was a pretty shocking twist, but
I'd like to
especially
conduct
20
an
minutes in.
experiment. Speaking of Peter Griffin,
let's
Okay.
conduct
Okay.
it.
I'm gonna go Andrew Doplex Kudos because that's the order you're in on my screen.
All
Okay.
Andrew,
Yes.
of anybody, first one that comes to your mind.
Oh no.
Family Guy impression.
Oh no. It's always
Family Guy impression. Okay. Doplex. Family Guy impression.
Peter Griffin.
Kudos. Family Guy
okay.
impression.
Peter.
Okay. So there was something that was going around on Twitter that was like, depending on what the first impression that they do, like from Family Guy, depends on like their sexuality or something. So Lois is gay. So Kudos is gay.
No, let's go.
And Peter
That's canon.
Peter wasn't. For some reason, they said Lois gay, Stewie straight, and I was like, Stewie.
Yeah,
Stewie's
Stewie-
gay
what
as
is
bro.
Stewie?
You
He
do the
gay?
Stewie accent.
Yeah.
You're
You're
flaming.
gay and
Especially-
British.
Especially
Yeah.
if you can hit it accurately.
Yeah, that too. It's such a hard one to do compared to the other ones. Like, bro, if you're doing
Yeah.
Stewie, you're
Oh,
like
hello, fat
you
man.
are
That's
a
my best Stewie.
flamboyant theater
That's pretty
student from London. Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Dukes.
But
With the
so
deuce?
the consensus was that Peter is someone who's is like so straight that they don't realize that they probably want to like question it with their homies. So Joe is just
Well, hang on,
like
hang on, wait a
average
minute.
chud. Oh wait, no.
No.
Joe was bisexual for some reason. I was like,
Oh.
no, I was like, if anything,
Hell
Stewie
yeah.
should be bisexual and Joe should be straight.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah.
Maybe I should have done Joe.
I also did Joe. That was the first one that came to mind. So me and Dopebucks are bisexual.
Yeah.
Kudos is gay,
Let's go.
and Andrew's
And I'm
straight,
so straight
but
I might be
questioning.
gay.
But he doesn't really
Right.
ever commit to trying.
You're side eyeing your boy's
What if,
cock.
what,
Yeah.
if you, what if your first impression is the car that kills Brian?
Then you're big.
What
Then
then?
you
I
get-
want to
then
know
you
who
immediately
immediately does
present as a
Brian
piano.
first.
You immediately become the president of Fox Network.
Hell
You get to
yeah.
write the
Like,
next
quick,
episode of
your best
Family
Family Guy
Yeah.
impression. Just some guy going like, "Aw, Peter."
Hey.
Hey.
Someone-
It's just,
someone
just
got
does
into
a Brian
big character.
impression, the least interesting
Someone
one.
commented like, if your first one is Cleveland, you're black. I
Ow.
was like, okay. Dude, Jerry's instinct, because Jerry, we were
Because
someone
Jerry was black.
was doing it last night. Jerry's first instinct was to do Quagmire, and then
What the
everyone,
Ooh, I don't know about that
every,
one.
yeah, I
gotta
know
get him
everyone in the
checked
comments was
into
like, Quagmire's you're a map, or you're like a
Yeah.
you're pedosexual.
Pedosexual.
That's like
He's rude.
yeah,
and
that's like the
pedophilia.
modern equivalent of like those fucking BuzzFeed quizzes where it's like
Yeah.
Disney
No,
princess
yeah.
are you?
But it's way funnier and cool.
It's
Yeah,
funny.
Yes,
It's
it's
right off
awesome.
the rip. Yeah,
that
it would be
seems like
cute.
something that should have died off. But
Yeah.
people still
We should-
really
we
want
should-
to
Yo,
know what
quizzes are
Hogwarts house
fun.
they're in.
Yeah,
I
who
do.
doesn't
It's
want to
fun.
take a little quiz, get the sorting hat, and then get
Yeah.
angry that you didn't get the one you wanted?
Which Lord of the Rings character are you?
The fucking
I'm Gollum.
the Harry Potter house one's always so funny because it's like it's so obvious with the questions. It's like you
Mhm.
encounter a troll, what do you do? Like I kill
He's
it.
like,
Yeah.
kill
I
it.
Yes.
bravely defend my friends. I smoke weed in the corner.
I
It's like,
call
Jesus,
it a
that's fucking
slur.
house sermon.
Yeah. Yeah, people always make themselves like they self-submit themselves as epic as possible.
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
the
it's
main
like-
character.
Yeah, I'd like if I saw a troll, I would not be a brave Gryffindor kid defend. I'd fuck I'm out. I'm
Yeah,
down.
I'm out.
Okay,
Like, fuck
okay.
that.
Yeah.
But what if you had a wand?
I suppose if I
You
did
know?
have pretty much the
Bro,
equivalent
imagine
of
how-
a gun in my pocket,
And
I would-
fucking
Yeah,
roll up,
exactly.
dude. Roll
Yeah,
up, brother.
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you think you would? Yeah, I'd run now. But if I had a fucking wand in my pocket that had 7 different ways
Pull
to
out the
dismember
blicky, bro.
you, like,
Yeah,
I think I'm
that's true.
chilling.
Yeah, especially
I
if you
wanna see- I
hold
wanna
it
see, like, gore
sideways.
in Harry
They get
Potter.
really scared if you do that. You hold the wand
Yeah.
sideways.
You
Hold that shit
learn to the
sideways.
gangster.
Yeah, the trolls start boarding up their businesses.
Hey, homie.
Peaceful protests at Hogwarts.
You in my bathroom, fool.
I don't want any
You
trouble
gotta
now.
know.
Why you
Dopebugs-
fucking with
Dopebugs,
Hermione,
can you
dog?
give us- Dopebugs, can you give us the Mexican Hogwarts? The Mexican wizard's school?
What's the
Yeah,
what's
well,
the
let me-
kill
let me
spell?
get into
Can you give us
character
a
here.
Avada
Mexican what
Kedavra.
Avada? Yeah, can you give us that for the
Yeah,
troll who
hold on,
didn't let
let me
you into
button
his
up my
business to
fucking,
have his treasure?
I'm wearing a button up so to speak.
Oh yeah, this
Oh,
is
hell
perfect.
yeah.
Character, but easy.
Yeah. All right,
Bro,
hold your wand
it's
sideways, brother.
Crazy how you just transformed.
I'll be the
before my-
troll because that seems right.
Okay. Hey, que pedo,
Oh,
wey?
I don't want
This is
any
fucking Slytherin, fool. Hey, get the fuck out of my common room, ese. What the fuck?
I don't want any trouble. I don't want any. No.
Avada Kedavra, ese.